Good morning. Welcome to Diary of Disabled Crafting Corner, continuation of EDC crafting my pashmina. I let this stuff dry overnight, and first thing this morning, I also wanted to do getting to know me. So let me take you on part of my morning routine before I get into the whole crafting thing. I get my water beverage with me. I've already done some of the steps, but I like left the stuff out to show like the uh, extent of things I gotta do every morning. Like it's so boring and routine. It is taking my medication, doing my hair or something with it with a hat. So first things first, I come in here and brush my teeth first thing, because sometimes I get the late night munchies and it's the worst habit to fall asleep with stuff in my teeth, but when I get that spot, I have to take advantage of that because I get pain insomnia so easy. So fortunately my teeth do suffer quite a bit because of my autoimmune diseases and such. So it's just part of my life. I gotta do things to improve this. I even had braces when I was a kid. I did not have this gap in my bottom teeth. I have more crooked teeth than I did when I was a kid now. But I also took out the permanent retainer because it was making my gingivitis, my receding gums worse because I could not brush down in there without like brushing away the sensitive connective tissue and like the gums that the gums are made out of. I've been actually considering doing one of those gum transplants to try and get some better protection towards my nerve roots because I've had like really bad teeth my entire life. I am not that great with taking care of it. It's just one of those repetitive, boring tasks. I'm just like, I do this all the time. It takes like so much time out of the day when I could be doing something so much more fun. So yeah, first things first, I definitely put deodorant on, because I don't like to take the shower first thing in the morning because I get dirty and I get sweaty and I move around as much as I can in the morning. So I got my deodorant. I've already brushed my teeth, but then I also have to do my distilled water, pour it into my sinus rinse thing all the way up to the line. Then I gotta go take it to the microwave and go warm that up. It's actually probably not the best because of it being the plastic container. I know the dangers of that. I just do it the best that I can. My dad actually uses a baby bottle warmer to warm up his without having to expose extra, chemical release or whatever by heating up the plastic with the water inside of it. So there are other options. I know I can actually even use the kettle water, but we don't even use distilled water in that. So I gotta sit down. So then it's the Meal Mids Sinus Rinse. It's the saline packet. I know there's the neti pot. Neti pot, and I just don't like how to do the tilting because I do get like fluid stuck in my like ear, like jaw area and stuff because of my weird malformations and stuff, the way my freaking jaw and everything grew backwards and just everything just kind of grew all weird and wonky with my spina bifida. My spine's just not right. This is not right. What can I say? I'm glad that I'm alive, though. I'm glad that I don't have it as bad as some others. Some other people really do have it worse, and I really empathize. And as much as I can complain about my pain, like I cannot even imagine what they're dealing with even more vertigo, because I've experienced vertigo and stuff, and my mom experiences it, and I see how it puts her out, and I think it's thanks to my EDS that things are way more flexible. So if you're really more grounded with your body and you can learn how to tighten certain things up and keep certain things loose in the right balance in your body, And it takes years of practice. I think the Eastern medicine knows where it's at with all that kind of mindfulness and being ones with your own chakras and bodies. And I hate to get into all that, that stuff, because it's, it's this, I don't know, stereotype stuff. So anyways, going back to my routine, getting to know me. So I did my cute little bunny things until I go take a shower later, wearing a hat because I'm keeping my head warm. I get really cold in the morning with my blood flow, and in order to help with my POTS, I don't like using the compression stuff. Like I tried, I can't handle tight. It's like maybe my autism or my ADHD. I just have sensitivity to the clothing. I have certain materials or ick. And its texture, it has to be really soft. I like soft things because my skin is extra soft and velvety. That is one sign of having Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, is our skin is like a baby's bottom. My skin is so soft. Like, I mean, in my younger 20s and stuff, and being on my ship, knowing how long guys go out to sea for and away from their whoever, or I used to be a little bit of a flirt. I mean, it was nothing serious though. I never took it past, flirting, just being friendly. Being friendly. But that's why all the girls didn't like me on the ship, because I was too friendly with all the guys. You had to make friends with everybody in every department in the Navy. No joke. Like, seriously, you have to make friends with everybody in each department. You want somebody that will hook you up with food, and they only have certain hours of eating food on the ship, and if you miss it, you miss it, and you're like starving until the next, chance, because you're either standing watch or doing maintenance, or you're doing drills, and then it's just non-stop work on the ship. There is so much lack of sleep, and it just messes with people's bodies, clocks. Like, I used to be able to sleep anywhere at any time, and now it takes an extraordinary amount because I'm in just so much pain all the time. Like, I'm in pain insomnia all the time, and then pain brain sometimes throughout the day. So anyways, the only key that works, and I did not believe in this sinus and stuff. I've gone through 5 sinus surgeries, 4 of them in the military, 1 of them where they actually broke my nose and gave me a septoplasty as well, because when I was in a car accident at the age of 16, the airbag hit me with such force, it shifted the cartilage in my nose, and that is what set off everything. Autoimmune, things that I had no idea until now, looking back, signs and symptoms of what triggered my symptoms. And I started having allergies right after that. I didn't have allergies before that car accident, not so severe. Something set off in that car accident, that whiplash. It was a head-on collision. It was my fault. I was 16, and I wasn't gauging the speed at which they were coming around that corner, and I turned left in front of them. That was my very first car accident. It scared the living heck out of me because the airbag went off. It was my parents' car, Dodge Shadow, 93 Dodge Shadow. It got repaired too, and it drove fine for multiple years. I did some fender benders in that thing. Being stupid, just being stupid, listening to people as backseat drivers late at night and slipping on leaves, trying to turn fast on wet leaves, slid into a curb and told some punch wheel in that same vehicle. I learned my lesson when I was 16, okay? I did a lot of stupid things. I made a lot of stupid mistakes. I was learning, I was blending in, I was just trying to do what was cool, and I was being reckless. I'm not gonna lie. I don't condone that at all, but I'm glad I survived all of this. But that head-on collision is what set the course in motion for all of my immune system problems and autoimmunity that went undetected for years because they were very slight, small signs and symptoms. First, it was like the celiac disease that was set off in the Navy in the ship. I know that was the first one. I had sinus for years. And by the time I did get the endoscopy, a year and like a couple months after I got out of the service, I got that endoscopy. And it was only because they had a backup in scheduling. And so they have denied me service connection because of it. Because it's like 1 year or 11 months or something like that. And you have to have it within a year of getting out of service. And I'm like, you need to make this exception. I was in and out of the hospital for unknown stomach reasons at Tripler Army Medical Center in Hawaii. And I was in and out of that ER for stomach things, and it was the timing of the food that I ate that sent me to the ER, and it was beer and it was pizza, so much gluten. And celiac disease was like still on the cutting edge of the freaking antibody test. And the only for sure way was doing an endoscopy. And the VA, it was the Salem Portland VA in Oregon that was so gosh dang backed up because of so many veterans getting out of service. And I had a doctor suggest that I go on a gluten-free diet, and then I started feeling better after I got out of service. And I wasn't healing. That's why that doctor suspected it. She's like, there's no reason why you shouldn't be healing like this. And she was a neurosurgeon that I saw through a car accident from my mom getting rear-ended after I got out of service, after I'd been through all this other stuff, and I've already been medically discharged from the Navy. Like, at that point, I have been in like 4 rear-end accidents, like the passenger in 2 or 3 of them. Like, throughout the service, I got rear-ended in Hawaii even by somebody at a stoplight. I got rear-ended here in Oregon again, like a couple times. I have been rear-ended so many times, and for me to be in the condition that I'm in, thank goodness for EDS because of the lax joints and ligaments and stuff that I have not broken anything. I don't have major nerve impairment. Like, they can't do really any trigger point or nerve ablation injections to help my pain. It is all mechanical problems, and it's all because everything is just too degenerative, but not degenerative enough to do prevention. I have a crappy, painful life until I get my spinal cord surgery, which I'm in the process of doing. So it's all not all for nothing. I'm getting there. And you guys are going to be with me every step of the way. So anyways, the only reason I know that this sinus stuff works, I got on to that whole side tangent about how my allergies all got started. But like, it's important in my medical journey. Like, I can look back at everything and be like, it totally makes sense. Like, knowing that autoimmunity can be set off by vaccines, and the anthrax vaccine was on the ship, and that's what set off my celiac disease gene. It wouldn't have been activated, I think, otherwise. And plus, I was exposed to food that was not fit for human consumption on my ship. So, put all of this into consideration. I was a lab rat, and then having these bad genetics and not knowing I had these bad genetics. Like, I knew there was something wrong, but it couldn't be placed. I knew I needed medical care the rest of my life. And that's part of the reason why I joined the military, because I needed to have some kind of job security. And before I joined, I had none. I was 18 to 20 years old. I was trying to take college courses. I failed out of that. I kept getting scheduled for jobs, my work at Subway, and as a security officer. I wasn't getting anywhere. I was living with my parents, and they were taking that into financial aid consideration. So I paid out of pocket for a couple classes that I ended up not withdrawing, and that followed me the rest of my college career and messed up my GPA because of that. I learned that lesson though, so always withdraw from a class. Don't just stop going and then getting a bad grade and holding your GPA down because you decide to go to college later in life when you didn't really intend to, because you didn't know what was going to happen in your future. I intended to do the Navy for 20 years and then go into school for graphic design and game design because I love video games so much. And that's why I play so much Call of Duty and video games now. I freaking love them. And I got into anime for a short amount of time. I'm not that into it. My niece and nephew are though, and my nephew is actually going to Japan, and I'm so excited for him. My niece is in France doing a mission with Latter-day Saints. Like I couldn't be prouder of my niece and nephew. And my other nephew's going to community college, and he's working, and he's been in an apartment and having roommates, and it was hard though because of the economy. It's kind of like. So anyway, the only reason the sinus rinse stuff works, it does not work just by itself with that saline rinse. And I tried to prevent surgery. I went to like a really good world-renowned sinus doctor at OHSU, Dr. Timothy Smith. He's just really renowned in his research and what he's done, and learning that using budesonide, a like asthma type, some kind of inhalant, if you mix that in with the sinus rinse, and it's a warm temperature is best because that way it can kind of like unclog what's up in there. It opens things up more rather than cold. That's why I'm like, I need to get a bottle warmer so I can do what my dad does and lessen my radiation stuff, because I've been radiated a lot, and I have some more radiation coming up with MRIs. So and these MRIs are going to be like an hour and a half long. It's going to be so hard to lay still. It's that long. My muscles start twitching. Alright, now the other first thing I have to do, and I usually have to take my pain medication to get out of bed and my Adderall in order to be able to get the motivation to get out of bed once that pain-free signals start to kick in. Now I have the rest of my stuff. So this is more Adderall. I only took half of one of them, so I need to take the other half of this. So I'm not taking over 1.5 of these. They dehydrate the hell out of me. These are my 2 compounded medications I have to take that I pay out of pocket for. They're like $100-something each month. Even with my VA insurance, they would not cover any compounded meds. And unfortunately, I think all my medication needs to be compounded because it's the binders and the synthetic stuff that my body rejects because of all my autoimmune disease and stuff. It does not like anything that just the body can't recognize as natural. My body don't like it. So this little yellow pill is for my POTS. It's very such low dosage. And then this is for my RA lupus. And so I feel very fortunate that those are like the only medications that I take, besides the other ones that doctors don't like to prescribe. And then all of this. Alright, so I have 4 of these mofos that are sublingual because they are the best and they absorb the best with me with my gastroparesis, because I get gastroparesis because of the pain medication. It damages the vagus nerve, which is the nerve that goes to digestion from the brain and sends the signals back and forth. And it slows down motility, and that's why people get constipated. So I put all 4 of my sublinguals in at once, and then once those are gone, I got this alpha-lipoic acid suggested by my EDS pain management doctor. Triple complex magnesium to help try and keep things moving motility wise, and and then these 3 are glutathione, which helps with cell function and immune health. So hopefully there's other things that other EDSers take, and they like to take like collagen peptides, but our collagen is faulty. The only way I really see anything being really beneficial for people with Ehlers-Danlos is not getting like peptides, is but getting stem cells. They're rejuvenating, and they can repair what has been damaged by our faulty collagen. That didn't even help anything. So it's debatable on whether it's helpful or not. I haven't worn this freaking hoodie thing in forever, but it's one of my favorites. It's something that I ordered a long time ago from Dahlia's, when Dahlia's was just only online or catalog. It was before online became a thing, and Dahlia's was like the coolest freaking catalog teenage girls clothes in the 90s. It was awesome, probably even in the thousands. But it's got this awesome long hood. So I have kept this mother trucker since then, and it goes really far down. Gotta keep moving my exercise ball. I can't even get the full thing because of my angle there. But yeah, it's pretty long. But it's very comfortable, and it flares out kind of like a dress. But I feel like a wizard too. Oh, my sublinguals are about melty. Rinse them down. This is my time-consuming process of getting ready in the morning. And since I have high arches, flat feet, I try to keep having to wear my shoes with my orthotics in it at all times. But it also helps keep my feet warm, and it does help regulate my temperature a little bit better in the house. Especially as these temperatures start to warm up though too. I gotta try and keep the blood pooling at bay, but I also need to do cold. This is my mess I have to deal with. I'm embarrassed. I have so much to go through, but I had to go to grab my suitcases so I can get ready for EDC. And I have that. I have laundry. I have to feel like that is still just I still gotta finish taking my supplements. I gotta get my shoes on. I'm going to be going out into the garage and working on that pashmina. I got to get my next set of glue on it. So this is my breakfast, and then I try and eat a banana so I have something in my stomach along with all these vitamins and medicines. I can't eat anything heavy in the morning at all. I will just go into a food coma. I also find that taking ginger honey will help settle my stomach too, with taking all these medications in the morning. It helps like coat the stomach, and a little bit of sugar helps absorb things, because the body loves to absorb sugar so easily. Sugar is fuel for the body. I try not to take in too much external sugar, but I do take it in, and I use it to try to help it with like processing my oatmeal, because I try to eat oatmeal much more. I'm trying to eat more fiber, which I'm trying to get through the bananas and then the oatmeal. I do dried fruit in my oatmeal, I do, excuse me, all the carbonation and the meds. Um, I use dried blueberries and dried cherries in my oatmeal. I am allergic to grapes, so I can't do raisins. I'm allergic to cranberries, so I can't do dried craisins. I used to love craisins on my salad too, so it's a killer. Like I have to keep in stock in my my oatmeal, which is not cheap. It's usually like $5.99 a box. It's so ridiculous. Such a ripoff. But it's the only processed food that I like to eat. Usually it's real like meat and like a vegetable or starch or something for dinner. I try to really eat light because I just my my stomach don't have room. It gets bloated. I have diverticulosis throughout a lot of my colon and stuff, and so just things get clogged so easily. If I gotta make sure to eat a lot of fiber. But I need to get protein too. Had some fish for dinner last night too, and it was good. Tonight's going to be some chicken. We eat a lot of white meat because my mom having fatty liver disease, so she avoids pork a lot, or beef. I have to avoid pork because I'm allergic to pork, so there's a lot of chicken on the menu. There's a turkey tenderloin that I can get from Walmart. That's amazing. The turkey tenderloin is so good. It's like my favorite meal out of any white meat, turkey tenderloin. So yeah, let's get to the craft. Alright, we're back in the garage. So let me show you how things turned out with the pashmina overnight. So it did work with gluing this down. I can feel the adhesive on the outside here because I caked it on. I feel like it does stay pretty decent along the edge, but I would like to make it a little bit more sturdy throughout. But I'm not going to worry about that right away. What I am going to do is I'm going to continue along the edge and just worry about the edge, and then like getting like another solid line, maybe halfway through this, just to like secure some more in the center to keep it from moving too much all around. And then of course I want to do a strip right at the very edge, really thick, right here. So I got my work cut out for me today. I need to wear my happiness right here. I think I look pretty darn happy today. So, yeah, I gotta glue down now. Yeah, I used my bottle of liquor last night. You can kind of see where, hold on, it's around this corner. Right here. You can see this is where I had rubber band it to the top of the bottle. It kind of puffs out a little bit. Because I was trying to make it tight here at the corner. I'm like, you're gonna be tight right here. And it didn't dry all the way, but I did use the top of my, get that to stay. I think I did pretty good though. You know, after I did all that gluing and stuff and having to do all this pinning, like I pinned thing, oh my gosh, that took me forever. I had to pin around this side. And then I pinned this all the way across here. Yeah, my stuff is uneven as F. I didn't care at this point. I'm like, as long as I can get this glued on the outside, I will worry about cutting off it more even afterwards. This is just, I got to get it attached. I did all of this pinning last night. It took me forever. Around the entire thing. A yard and a half, like pinning and then gluing and then pressing on it, and I have one pair of gloves. I don't know where I set them. And then I for EDC, so my 2 suitcases. I still haven't even shown this outfit. So this is going to be my last outfit that I'm going to try on. It is from Candy Cats, which is a portion side company that sells Badinka. But this is my last bodysuit. It's freaking awesome. I will be trying that on at some point. I've got energy. I don't know how long my energy is going to last for this gluing job, because I also want to take the dog to the park. I want to play Stormi, and I usually do that for like an hour, hour and a half long. And then I'd like to give her a bath. Right now I'm washing her bedding right now. Once I can swap that over, maybe I will take her to the park then, and then I'll also, by that time, I will have more glue done on the rest of this thing, because this is going to take most of the day to dry. I'm going to have to hang it all funky. I got all my clips out, so yeah, I'll find some time to shower after I give her a bath too. Like, I'm not going to shower and then get all dirty from showering her. There's no way. There's your leash. And then I still have more crafts I need to glue. I might need to use the hot glue gun even, you know, and I don't even have the glow lights. Like, I'm about to hop onto Wish and see when the estimated delivery would be for some freaking cheapo fairy lights that one-time use basically is all I need it for. Temu and Wish and Shane, those are all like good companies to use like one-time use things for, and that'll be perfect for my one-time use glow booby bra thing. Like, that's the other thing I'm so excited to make today, is my booby bunny bra. I made my necklace last night, and I want to up my game, you know? I'm trying to, you know, I want to make some cool stuff. Because I do eventually want to sell these things. I want to see how well they're received when I go to ADC and hand them out. Yeah, it's the best place to market myself, you know? Little hiding bunnies behind the shells even. You know, I don't know. There's so many possibilities. I can like drill holes through here to like attach these like this through it, and you can, you know, there's a lot of things I can do. I have drills now. I have Dremel. I have all kinds of different glue. Like, I think I'm getting some good ideas. And it's just executing all of them. I'm gonna have this like set up shop for a while, and I still need to go through all those clothes in my in the spare bedroom. My mom brought it up to me yesterday, and like, yes. But also, I need to finish these crafts so I can get them in those suitcases and then out of these suitcases out of here. Like, I'm trying to hurry up and get all these crafts done, so I can make room for finishing cleaning the car and organizing those clothes, because there's nowhere for me to put the inner room clothes when I'm in the transition of packing this. There's just not enough room for me to like just shift between my bedroom, the drawers, to what I currently wear now, to what I need to store in my storage unit, to what I'm taking to EDC, to like, it's a lot to sort through at the same time, and I just have to dedicate a like time slot to do that. But I am trying to hurry to get these crafting things going, because it takes time to set in between, so I can try to work on some of that, hopefully energy wise. If not, I'm going to be resting in between. After the time I glue this, I might have to rest and do the foam roller. I really got to be mindful of my posture as I go throughout the day. I don't know if I'm going to wear my back brace or not. I think I might, just to try and help remind me to like strengthen my back, so I can get through the day a lot longer and hopefully save a little bit of fatigue. My muscles are going to work overtime, holding me upright today, no matter which position my legs are in. I got a little handy dandy notebook. I'm just in between so many projects right now. Like, I want to make that bra thing. I have so many more singles I want to make. I have so many awesome new gems and charms and stuff for my bracelets. I'm so excited to sit down and do that. The necklaces take a little bit of time, like, not gonna lie. It takes a lot more design and think through, and I still feel like I want to add to my son. Like, I feel like my son's not done. I feel like I want to add a lot more candy to it, because I think it was the bomb having way more to it, because it's already like big and like out there, but it's like, I think it needs more. I think it needs more. Like, I'm thinking about like outlining like every single like one of these with glow beads, and adding some kind of like see-through, I don't know, like maybe cut through this even, and like, or maybe just glue some beads to the outside of this. You know, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of things I think I can do with this to add to it. And this will be like my freaking prize and joy that I will hand out at EDC to some special person that I meet. I'm really excited to just continue kind of creating, because I have a lot of ideas. I just have to get like a start, you know. I'm not good at thinking things off the top of my head, but I'm good at like trying to replicate things. But I'm getting better at like pulling ideas of like looking at this and like, what can I add to this? Like, okay, I think I could add a lot more to just every single one of those and make it glow. So this thing will really stand out in the black light and in the dark. It stands out great during the day, but I want it to stand out even more at night. And I can't afford to buy a whole bunch of those fairy lights. But I think that would be great to add to the back of that too, to make this glow. I mean, there's so many possibilities to do with these things, and the Dollar Tree has these ridiculous, stupid decorations. I don't know what people decorate them at home with, but I am coming up with all kinds of ideas for candy-related ideas of bracelets, bralettes, necklaces. And then my friend Tammy is all about the sensory toys. And then same with my other chronic illness warrior friend in Vegas. She is all about the sensory toys. So I'm combining my candy into sensory toys into one. And I think it's been really beneficial. I've worn the bracelet with the little squishy attached to it, and I've found that to be a little comforting when I've been out and about, you know, and maybe feeling a little stressed. You know, I think I could help many communities in different ways, and you know, I really want to continue helping the chronic illness family to keep going. Go after your dreams. I'm going after mine. I'm crafting the heck out of this stuff, and I'm really enjoying it, even though I'm like, you know, I failed the first attempt at gluing. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep trying, and I'm going to use the same glue, and we'll see how it goes, and we'll see how it holds up, and then I can really do a review afterwards. And after I wash the whole thing, I want to wash it and see how it holds up through a wash. I have to wash it inside out, and I have bags I can use to wash them to be into a delicate cycle. But I need to glue the heck out of this even more so, and I might be finding some other glue to do it. I just haven't figured out which one yet. I have more instructions to read through these bottles to see if it is skin irritant or skin safe. So I have to make sure to really read some of this to make sure I'm not going to put myself in danger like if it's extremely flammable, you know. I want to make sure I'm being safe because I don't know what's going to happen. I know there's a lot of pyrotechnics at EDC, so I just want to make sure I'm safe. But I'm so excited because I have some goggles on the way. I need to order some batteries for my lights for my, let me put that on my list actually. I need to order lights. Order lights. Order battery lights. Make payment. Make Amazon payment. All right, I have some, gotta remember to do these things today. Get ready for tomorrow's business week. So yeah, today I'm gonna try and really detail my car if I can get that far after doing all these chores. I doubt it, but you know, I'm gonna aim high and, you know, whatever I can get done, I'm gonna celebrate. And whatever I don't get done, there's always another day. So keep smiling, y'all. I love you all. Have a great rest of your weekend. I may not be on here. I mean, I may post more. I don't know. We'll see what happens today. Have a good one, guys.